Hey everyone, my name is Simpsy. How you all doing? Welcome back to some more Total War Rome 2 DEI Divide et Impera here today on the channel. We're back with episode 7 of my Crimea series. Hello, how is everyone doing here today? In today's episode, I've already made plans and preparations. We're going to declare war upon the Armenians, and we're going to try and take some southern Caucasus territory. So if you like the sound of that, feel free to leave the video a like and subscribe if you're new. If you're here on YouTube, I upload a part of this series every single day, and in the evenings, Australian Eastern Standard Time, I live stream this campaign live on my Twitch channel, Simpsy_. So go check it out if you want to get involved live. And stay tuned for notifications as well. Alright, welcome back to the series. I've been playing and streaming this campaign for, a week now? And I thoroughly enjoy sitting down and playing it. I'm happy that we sort of pushed through that adversity that was a little bit tricky at the start of the campaign. And now we're sort of reaping the rewards. But maybe I need to set out an objective. Because what's it coming up on now? Probably 14 hours of gameplay. I tend to usually move on, and people usually get sick of campaigns that go on for too long, but I don't know. Maybe leave in on the comments some other suggestions to do, or maybe we need to set out an objective to go for. Okay, so diplomacy-wise, actually territorial-wise, let's talk about that. So we've obviously got Dacia, Sarmatia, we've got Bosphorus, we've got Scythia under our control. We've got a little bit of a sketchy border here, potentially, with Parthava and some horse tribe here. We've got Persia here, which is still a little bit strong. Armenia has this nice chunk here, so we're going to be able to hopefully conquer all that. We've got a really strong alliance with the Macedonians, who have spread their influence into eastern Syria and northern Mesopotamia, hell, even southern Palmyra. Ptolemy still has his old holdings here. Rome occupies just south of the Danube there. The Germans are something we still need to keep an eye on, but yeah, maybe... I don't really want to go into Germania here, but it seems like... no, the Swabians still hold a decent chunk. So it's interesting sort of how the world is shaping up, I suppose. Still got our defensive alliance with Athens and Macedon as well. Diplomacy-wise, I don't think there's much else we can do here now. I would like to get trade. No, and non-aggression. There were a lot of comments yesterday about potentially getting a mod for Confederation, like confederating with the Macedonians. I don't think I'm going to do that. I've kind of changed my mind on that. Right, let's have a look at Armenia. Now, they're currently at war with the Kingdom of Kush, so we're going to have to straight up declare war upon them because we can't join their war. I think we're better off going after Armenia first, then going after Persia. So let's have a look where my spies are. So you are sitting in the northern Caucasus here. You're here. My dignitaries are now deployed. Once we get a little bit more money, we're going to be able to get more. The navy's ready to go and hit Trebizond. We currently have 2 full stacks here in the border of Colchis. We have King Lukon, and we've got 2 full stacks down in the south. Sparto is currently here with him, so we've got 4 stacks ready to flood into Armenia. Some are better than the other. We've also got this army here in the Danube, and like on the Danube in Dacia, and we've got this smaller one here as well. Rise of the Fox, hello, da, welcome. English, please. I don't know what you're saying in Russian, because I can't speak it. Alright. So... how do we go about this? So, they've got a full stack here in their capital, and they also have a reinforcing army outside. It's interesting that they control the... This was a spice port in Attila, but they actually hold this. We've actually kind of got pretty bad... Oh, we did have pretty bad relations. Now we're just sitting on trustworthy. So I guess I straight up just war deck them and then move in our military forces over the border. You've got range, so do you. Maybe we need to use these ones here. So if I get Luke on to hold that, we might be able to crush and hit this army. Which one is their king? The one inside, okay. So, is this radius mod? No, this is DEI, Divide et Impera. So let's declare war upon them. We're going to be unreliable. Let's move that in. We'll besiege. And we'll swing around this additional army to hit this. And we're going to fight this one. Oh, we are a little bit outnumbered. What are we coming up against? Armenian pikes. 2 Armenian legionaries. Crikey. Armenian thoratica. I'm assuming they're like thorax swordsmen, essentially. Some more pikes. 2 units of cavalry. We've got 3. We have our Scythian archers, pretty decent hoplites, and we also have skirmisher cav as well. So if we can neutralize their cavalry, we might be able to general snipe. But we'll see how we go. Alright, let's fight this one upon the battlefield and have our first battle of the series against Armenia. If we're not successful, we're still going to be able to do a decent blow. We might be able to siege out the settlement. We've got our navy. We've also got 2 full stacks in the north. So, it's not that costly if we lose this one potentially. In 242 BC, we are about, what, 140, 150 turns into this particular campaign. So, most of the factions around us are quite built up. We might even be able to bring Macedon in. We'll see. Probably not if I want to try and take as much territory as we can. Okay, so let's get these guys to sit about here in a phalanx position. I kind of want to stretch this out as much as I can. And then I'm going to try and move you guys here. So let's go with the Simsi Fold. But speaking of radius, I am open to it. I've never done a radius Roman campaign, so it might be fun to learn. Some people are more open to doing radius campaigns because they are, I believe they're a lot quicker with DEI. I'm trying to think, the last I heard someone play radius as a YouTuber, I think Lionheart did a Carthage campaign. Does anyone know the justifications as to why he did that particular campaign on radius rather than like DEI? I'd be curious. That's the last time, because I tend to just do YouTube campaigns to see what people are sort of playing. Okay, so I guess we sort of group up our cavalry here to some extent. The baggage train can sit here, and we keep the general at the back. I kind of want a unit to be mobile, so I'm going to drop one off this. And unfortunately, that's as far as we're going to get it. Because what you want is a unit to essentially plug the gap and just be, hey, if they're going to swing right or left, we'll do that. Okay, that's fine. These aren't on skirmish mode, that's fine. You probably should be. But here we go. Swing hard left. Let's sit in our defensive formation. Let's hopefully deal a decent blow to the Armenians here today. So they've got a lot of decent units. They seem to be moving up. They've got a lot of pikes. Their roster's actually kind of cool. They do have some lighter units here. Yeah, so these are like Armenian thorax. I have played an Armenian campaign before. Not on DEI though. Okay, so we're already getting some shots off here. Try and... well, maybe just keep firing. Are they going to expose their general here? We should be targeting him. Get around the back. What are they doing with their cavalry? They're moving forward. Okay. Maybe bluff charge a... Come on. Continue to fire at him. Go into that. You need to get around here. We're not doing much damage hitting it from behind. Oh, some of my cavalry got caught there. Oh, these are... I thought these were horse archers. No, these are just normal archers. We'll definitely try and run them down. Downhill as well. That's a pathetic charge. I do want to try and, like I said, general snipe them if we can, but... Okay, that was actually decent. Maybe we commit a unit here then. And still get these guys to go. Alright, they're going to flank here though, but that's fine. We're going to be able to crush this unit, so let's do that. We might be able to crush their archer units, to be fair. Okay, they are flanking with this, so we'll make sure to swing you here. They've got this one moving, so I might need to move my general back. Okay, still trying to pin you down here. Okay, so let's move back here then, because that's not moving. We are outnumbered, so we've got to take that into consideration. Okay, we're going to go headstrong for their general. Okay, so now that that unit is pinning the general down, I want to get my horse archers on an angle. Okay, you're going to get exposed. You need to get around here quick. Come help the general. Make sure he doesn't get hit. The front line's getting hit now. Come down here. Oh, they're going to try and snipe me, so we got to go back over here. Go for the good charge there. Still continue to hit that. I'm going to get my gen... Oh, no! How did I do that? No! I accidentally clicked everyone. Run! General, run, run, run. Oh, no, my front line's gone to shambles. If I click reform the line, does that do it? No! Reform the line! Get the general out of here. The enemy general's dead. Perfect. Thanks for the follow, Plum. On it was actually a subscription on YouTube, so I really appreciate it. You need to move out here. Come on. I'll read your name out properly in a moment. Come on, no, my general. Run. Oh, no. I can't believe I did that. That's so infuriating. It was just a minor misclick. Oh, god damn it. I think we're out of it now, though. These guys should be on skirmish mode. Yeah, continue to deal with this. This cavalry hitting me from behind here now. Lao Plum, that was the name. Okay, that's a bit better. That's still coming around here though. Okay, I think the general's good. Man, so much micro. It was a good plan. Yeah, it was a good plan until it didn't work. It was, I can't believe that. And I don't know if it might have actually moved them slightly. No, it didn't work, really. Okay, so what is going on exactly? So my horse archers need to move. So where's my cavalry? My cavalry can hit theirs. You need to move back in here now. This is a bad blob, so you need to be here. Yeah, so we're a little bit caught in some of these particular areas. We are actually skirmishing those pikes kind of well. Just need to make sure that's done, and I'll move, go off skirmish mode, get my archers around here and start hitting this. So let's have a look at all this. So what's exactly happening here? So you're doing a frontal, you're on a side, you're like weirdly here. You're actually full on surrounded. So unfortunately there's a hoplite unit just getting trashed there. And where are these actually angling? So that can just be reformed slightly. And that one's a bit weird, but it's okay. Alright, make sure you're hitting them. I'm going to move my general around. That's a heavy missile unit, I don't want to do that. We seem to have superior cavalry. This mod is very long battles. I've got some mods which help it out. But, I prefer vanilla. That's fair enough. I have like over a couple thousand hours on Rome 2, so a bit done with vanilla, and I feel like you just tend to auto-resolve too much. Okay, so that's now complete. We should start cycle charging, so go this side. Oh, that capitulated nice. Oh, dude, those guys are getting absolutely sandwiched in here. Kind of crazy. Alright, let's try and fire into this. And did I give the order to fire into that cluster? Because it should be. And we'll get around here. So that's fine there. Okay, so they're just crushed straight up. Is that a lot of pikes? It's interesting how like those pikes are actually efficiently decimating that unit. It's kind of cool. Okay, so let's form up something like this. Let's move you here and move you there as well. We're going to lose a couple hoplite units, but that's going to be the sacrifice. All right, go into these spear units. Going higher up would probably give us a good charge. Like, I feel like sometimes when you play vanilla, there tends to be units like Riorii where you can just spam and basically conquer the world. DEI, the unit balancing is so much better. Did that even do very well? Maybe. Okay, so what do we have here? High ground, melee unit, let's see. 134. Okay, so it did a little bit of damage. Yeah, can you guys not hit the unit that's like running up the hill? Okay, we should be cycle charging, like I said. I don't know what section we should be, though. Okay, that seemed to have worked. I'm going to group. And I'm going to group these guys as well. Yep, so keep cycle charging this. We've got a really nice hill advantage, which we can use. And my general drop an Inspire. My Scythian archers should do really well punching this side. We are still favoured to win this one. I could send in my general there, though. It is risky. I don't particularly want to do it. That's fine. Do I try and move somewhere slightly? No, I think we just continue to go into this. You're sitting in your formation. Okay. Just need to make sure we're efficiently cycle charging. Okay. So maybe we try and pin some of these guys down. Maybe fire closer into the cluster. Alright, we go again. 183 before the initial charge. Nice. We go again. Can I just move the baggage train out? Not really. Just keep going. Back and forth. Okay. Go again. The battles aren't too long. Even with some mods to speed things up. Especially with the mob pack I'm using. Got some pretty good sub mods. I'm pretty sure I don't know anyone that doesn't at least sub mod DEI to some extent. I'm pretty sure every single DEI campaign is sub modded on YouTube. Alright, move the general away. Okay, so there's a couple of units there. We're really making them work. What's this unit here? Maybe we just need to get the cavalry to commit into it. Nice, they've capitulated. Move over here. Swarm this unit here. Nice, there we go. And we should have an abundance of... we've got hoplite units here. We'll go into that then. I was going to say, we're probably going to have an abundance of units to actually be able to run down some of these retreating combatants. There's a lot of them over there, but they're still holding on. Oh, some of these got pikes. From there they don't, though. Alright. I think I might get my hoplites now to move out of their formation and just give some attack orders. We're good now. We just need to start getting into them. For whatever reason, it seems like they're deploying from the other side. Move the general in. I've got some archers here that could help. And, yeah, like the pikes are facing forward. Nice. Come on, capitulate. Quit already. Nice. There we go. Let's continue. And we'll make sure that everyone has an order to try and run down as many of these guys as we can. That was a very, very fun and enjoyable battle. Just the way that played out. Perfect. Perfect. I think we comboed our cavalry well, the horse archers. We went for the general. The pikes held. Could have maybe put the Scythian archers on skirmish mode. Maybe. That might have optimized a couple of those. It might have prevented some of those losses we had there. Obviously the misclick was bad. just not good. But fun one. I've got another different lot of... I got like a different case of kombucha. These last ones have been gross. And this one's a bit rancid, the one I'm drinking now. It's not the best. I had a bloody... What was it? It's like a passion fruit. This one's a grapefruit. Kind of rank, to be honest, but... I don't know. If you're an Australian and have bought the new variety of Nextbla kombucha, you gross. I prefer the old lot. The mixed berry and the rose lemonade. That's pretty sick. I don't know. Some people was like kombucha that just like fucks up their gut. I don't know why. I seem to like it. Alright. I think we end that one there. Close victory, eh? Outnumbered by what? Good 800. Alright, let's have a look at how the units performed. Oh, nice. Couple big 300s. Cavalry, 306. 252. 271. Skirmisher Cav, 311. Whoo! Baggage train with the big 20. Archers, 167. 128. And hoplites sitting in a defensive formation. Alright, what did the best for them? Their cavalry, their Armenian legionaries. Oh, dude, one of those pikes got a whopping 144 kills. That's pretty good. That's would have taken out one of those hoplite units, I reckon. The cavalry performed a little bit better than what I expected. Their archers did absolute trash, and same with their spearmen. Realistic, I imagine. Did anyone see this new Twitter coming out? Threads? Looks kind of wild. I was wondering if they were trying to rush it and push it out when Twitter was down. Or was set to some limit. That was a weird thing. There was like a view limit on tweets for some reason. Apparently what I was reading is that the Google Cloud service that Twitter uses, it was like a BBC article, expired, and they were kind of renegotiating the contract. So there was like a tweet limit, which is kind of crack up. But Threads, I kind of like the name of Threads. Like, oh, what are you doing? I'm reading the Threads. It's like an @ symbol as well. I think they kind of took that from Twitter and incorporated it. There's like ats on Instagram now as well. My meta stock is either going to go up or it's going to go down. Like drastically. For me, I hope it goes up. So that was a 17-minute battle. I don't mind that. Some people complain about 5-10-minute battles for the newer titles. 15's fine. Oh god, I remember like... I'm so used to like bloody... What? 13, 15-year-old self back in the day. Roma Surrectum. Some of those battles would go for like an hour and a half. And it's just Romans grinding in the forest. I haven't played RTR Imperium Surrectum for quite some time. Maybe we need to look into that. You could live stream that for a year. I just feel like they update it too much. And save corruptions tend to break. But it's fun to test out. We did 9 hours, a couple 9-hour streams on it. On the YouTube. Okay, so, oh, we only lost one full unit ultimately. And we just crushed them. Very, very nice. Do I give chase? I think so. The only problem is we can't come back to that siege. So they've now been crushed. We might have movement? I don't know. Not the best army. Alright, let's just chuck a save after that, because I was really happy with that fight. That was a lot of fun. So, we're at turn 147. And when did we start this? June 28. We actually did more than the Roman campaign. Okay, so let's now move the Navy in. I could upgrade our units, but I don't think I will. Can these reach at all? No, but we'll move in and we'll move together. I maybe could call in the Macedonians, but I don't think so. I think we're good overall. We're moving in our units. The only thing is we need to keep an eye on their borders down here. I actually think they got 2 pieces of territory here. I might even sue for peace against them down here. I have no ambition to cross through all that territory to get there. They had I think they had a brief war with Persia, and then there was like an armistice. It's like, I guess this is like Azerbaijan. That's kind of cool that like Persia's there and then Armenia's here. I guess it's a little bit realistic to some extent. Modern day wise. Okay, let's end the turn and continue. Oh no, one of my generals went up in stats, and it was the one that had that glorious victory. Yeah, so now that we're getting sort of to the mid to, what, late game, we're having some really good battles. A lot of fun. I tend to usually only get this far with Rome. But the thing is with DEI, it just takes, campaigns just take nearly 2-3 times as long. I think I finished a campaign in 2 days playing as Macedon and made Alexander's Empire on not pure vanilla, but I'm still uploading the videos from those streams, which have actually they're interested in peace. No, thank you, not yet. Okay, let's move back. Will they give chase? Because that's kind of a trash army. I wouldn't put it past them. No, they haven't. I have unlisted and privated some of those streams because I found time to put them down into video form so you guys can watch it in chunk size pieces. I try to put a battle in every episode because there was so much content just sitting there when I was unwell, and it's just easier for me to clip up those past 9 to 10 hour live streams into videos. Like, are you going to watch the hour between the 7 and 8 minute mark, 8 hour mark when there's like some really good battles? Probably not. I'm assuming there's some people that are curious. Oracle of Delphi. Oh, nice. I was wondering why we shot up. Plus 10% all resources. As a youth, Apollo slew the serpent who fell into the cracks of the earth. The oracle, rada 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 rada. Speaking wisdom of Apollo, her words transcribed the priest. So we're gonna buff thanks to Apollo. Cheers, cheers, pixelated Apollo. What are we doing here? Let's move the spy up to have a look. We're still sieging that. Let's move in Lukon to Trebizond. And we don't need to manually play that one. Oh, whoops. I'll get sweeter auto resolve odds. Moving a new in. Oopsie, I forgot. There we go. 99% in our favor. And only 600 after deploying 7,500. Nice. And Trebizond is a crucial fishing port by the look of it. Do I break down some of these? We can't convert. So maybe. Maybe like slowly build it back up. We might be able to allocate resources other way. Nah, maybe we save it. I still don't want an I don't think I need an infantry quarters here though. Okay, pretty decent replenishment. Do I try and move this down here? I guess so. Same with you. Try and get it down there. Alright, so let's re-siege this out. Might even build some siege equipment to be fair. We'll move this army back into position. If I was to attack now, what are the odds? Still not in my favor. Seriously? They do have a decent amount of Armenian legionaries. Yeah, these are Armenian thorax swordsmen. Interesting. Alright, let's move you down here. We'll keep an eye up here, and we'll see if there's any armies rotating north. I would be surprised, but we'll see. And then we've just got those armies over here. Chilling big time. Do I invest anything into this? No, I think that's fine. Alright, nice. Let's end the turn and continue. So we've got their capital, Tushbah, and Amavar has a gold mine, which would be pretty good. I do quite like on Streamlabs that it gives me both Twitch follower notifications and YouTube sub as well. So either way, you guys get your name read out on screen, which is kind of cool. I wonder how many of the YouTube people that follow on YouTube are actually watching the stream when it goes on. And when, like, are they on YouTube when they follow, or they just don't know that their name is just being put up somewhere? Alright, we're going to retreat again. And we'll wait for those reinforcements to come. So we'll go for an hour or so here today. We'll see if we get another battle. But seeing as we outnumber them 4-1, nearly 5-1 if we have a navy, we'll see. A noble death? Oh no, who died? Some random. Nabatea and Serenica are now at war. Interesting. I don't know if it's going to change things overly. Oh, it's winter. I don't think that's going to affect our movement down here in the south so much. We'll see. Alright, let's move everyone around. So, we took this, built a temple. Now, this is actually mostly Hellenic, so maybe we can avoid not to. Fishing boats. Maybe we do that. I do think we built a grain pit here, though. Maybe go with a trading port. I think we made Sinop military. So I was expecting more fights there. They're just sort of holding out here, aren't they? So this is still out of range. I do think we try and continue to keep it under siege. I might even try and rally this up, though. I think it actually wasn't in the zone. So let's do that. And we'll try and get more reinforcements down here. What do I spend some of this money on? Probably a dignitary or a governor. But seeing as we don't have it outright, 2000, yeah, I think I just maybe put some units up there. I still think it's good to make sure our western border is secure. Man. Being in this... I haven't really been in the top right-hand corner of the map before. Like, I feel relatively safe. Like, we're only fighting on, like, a 3-part axis. Probably not even that. Like, if war breaks out in the west, we're probably okay. That Danube border is a little bit sketchy. Maybe the Far East, but... yeah. In the south here, with Macedon going to town, we're in a really, really strong position. I just don't know if we fight this. Like, I'm in no rush. The longer we wait, the more reinforcements we have in. We might even be able to hit them with 4 units. 4 full stacks. Their garrison is massive. Same with the army inside. We can starve them out. Started the stream a little bit later here today, so my apologies. But if anything, it's probably better. My sleeping pattern's slipping a bit. Going slightly nocturnal. It's kind of a weird incentive that the longer I stay up of a night, it's like the more rewarded I get. I do struggle with it. Okay. So, which one's sieging? This one. So maybe we move this side a bit more. Alright, and then that's your radius. So you can go like here. And then move you here. And then we'll wait for Lukon to come in. So what's this now? Okay, so now we're favoured to win. So let's build up some more reinforcements. We'll bring you in. And then I actually might sue for peace, potentially. Because I kind of want to build up and then go against Persia. But we'll see. Did I want to do... oh, where was this? Right. Oh, this is in the Armenian territory. It's still Hellenic, though, for some reason. Sacred Grove, I suppose. And... like I s... oh, actually, you know what? I'm going to get a governor. I should do that. So, Bosphorus, 3,000, 2,000. So there's a 2,000 there. What about Dacia? Okay, I think we get it back over there. Sarmatia. What's in Sarmatia here? I think we had a better territory. So what about in Sinop? Trebizond. Okay, we could arguably put one in Trebizond. Oh, it's just better because of the wine, though. My God. This Scythian territory is only giving me a couple hundred per turn. That's garbage. That's garbage as. I knew it was rough up there in Scythia, but jeez. Wealth and research rate. Culture, we don't need that. Let's go with that one then. Pop you down here. And once again, we'll siege it out. Now, hopefully they don't attack because it will allow us to build up some siege equipment. Yeah. They might even lose some units inside, which would be great. I would like to manually play. I might, if a battle comes out, I'm probably more open to a field battle. Manually fighting that siege is just going to be an absolute brutal slugfest. Nice. Small amount of attrition, only 50 men. Faction encountered Knossos. Since when? Since when were they there? Were they hiding in the fog of war there? No way. They must have rebelled from someone. Oh, maybe we didn't know they were there. That's kind of funny. Knossos. Trade agreement. Client state. Defensive alliance. Nice, they're interested in that. What about military? Low. No, they would be interested in a defensive alliance though. Should we guarantee the independence of Knossos? I suppose. It might be a good place to take though. I don't know. Yeah. Sure. Let's protect the island. Did the Iceni still not want trade? We have so many valuable resources in these. I just don't know why they don't want trade. Same with Carthage. It might be some bug or something. There's like straight up not interested. Kinda bizarre. Oh well. Alright. Back over to this front, eh? Now what are the odds? Oh, that's perfect. And we'll get rid of them. 12,000 versus 7,000. Good result. I'll take that. We'll occupy. What do I want here? Hellenic colony, probably. Oh, maybe not. Maybe no, we want a polis. Provincial capital. Megatropolis. This city belongs to an allied people. A large I can't say that properly. Cosmopolitan city. Stands as an outpost. No, I think we want to try and make this a metropolis. And then go with supply. And then we'll break that down. Nice. Very, very, very nice. You're still heading north. We'll keep my spy there, and I do want to try and see down here. We'll take one more settlement with against the Armenians, and we'll see where they stand after that. That accidentally like ran into each other. This can sit here fine. Nice. Very, very nice. We might start a war against the Persians here today, we'll see. I'm kind of hoping they sue for peace, because I think we're better off going after the Persians and then the Armenians again for a second round, and then that loose peace would... I reckon the conquest of these Persian settlements are probably going to take 10 turns. We are kind of cutting off Macedon's push east, but so be it. Oh, that's what I wanted to check. I did say I wanted to outline some potential objectives. Let's have a look if we're getting close to any on them. I need to remember that. We might be getting close to military or something, I don't know. I think... Do defensive alliances count in objective counting? Maybe. Or is it only military alliances? I can never remember. I usually just play Pokemon Go during these end turn phases. Alright, you gonna play Pokemon Go in chat? I feel like it's the only mobile game that I play. Like, literally the only one. Okay, there's an army here. Oh, I recruited that governor, but I never actually deployed him. Probably should do that, eh? Oh, we've got so many units here they can just storm in. We'll allow Lukon to go in first. Doesn't even need these reinforcements. Just to secure the gold mine. Those Armenian garrisons are big. But we're just too strong. Too plentiful charging on in. Okay, so now, as you can see, there's there's 3 settlements in the way here and then 2 down here. I don't know why they're so far south. It's nearly like a separate colony. So, hey, would you like peace? Client state? No. Give me a payment. Give me war reparations. And I'll accept it. Nice. By the flame, you offer little, but today oh, okay, so we can actually get trade with Persia. Interesting. Well, let's start making plans and preparations to go against them. So what do we got here? So we've got a big settlement here of 18. Then we've got this. So I do think keeping a spy here is a good idea. Then further south, we've got another 2 here. And what's to capture all this province? That one, that one, that one, and that one. So it's a push down here. Okay. It's a shame we don't have a navy. We probably could do with another army because this is quite a decent amount of territory. The Mesopotamians in here, we could actually maybe go for them. Okay, so what's got a bigger garrison? Those ones. And there's probably going to be a potential army here. Okay, so I think Lukon goes south. Our best commander, he looks to at least sit here. We'll try and combo him with a good army, but probably this one. And that's how we go. I think you go north. Same with you. So you at least go to the border here. Okay. We did lose a couple of units and we do need to replenish to some extent. Armenian horse archers. Okay. Funny and interesting we've got access to them. And then we just got the regular hoplites. So maybe just try and spam a couple of those out. Alright, I kind of want another army. We've got 2 over here just sitting. Am I being too precautious? Should I send one of these over here? Or maybe we just leave it like that and just get another one going. Where can we get another army? What's this? Okay, so that can actually give us stuff. Well, maybe we just get another army here. Who do we even bring? My family tree is off the charts here. It's so big. Draco. A Draco Malfoy here. Maybe we bring him in. That's a cool name. Yo, Draco. Where you at? Where are you? I can't even see. There we are. Nice. Let's bring in him. And baggage. Oh, wow. Bosphoran Royal Guard. Yikes, they're good. These royal guards of the Bosphorus Kingdom, usually composed by the sons of the nobility, have many similarities with the Macedonian what is that word? The Hypaspists. The Hypaspists. Alright. 1500, they're so expensive. This is like whispering at me. Hypaspis. So what's the go with the Persians? What are they doing? They're at war with Bactria. How? No, we're actually not favoured to win against them, so they've probably got a decent amount of units. Is there anyone else that sort of wants some sort of negotiations? No. They don't want military, by the way. Oh, I need to check the objectives after this. Rhodes. What are they doing? I'm surprised Rhodes doesn't want defensive. It's kind of a bit bizarre. We've still got good relations with Rome, which is hilarious. I don't know how. Sparta's still mega chilling. Where were we objectives-wise? So, control 60 settlements either by direct ownership or through client states or military allies. So technically, no. Technically, because we don't have military alliance with the Macedonians, it doesn't count. But they've probably got a good, decent amount. So what do they control? That. Except for Latium, we're actually like going to hit our military victory conditions, which is kind of whack. What are the other ones? Economic. Nowhere near 90,000. And we're nowhere near the cultural victory stuff. Alright, so that's the rough plan. I'm going to check a save, and I'll be back in one moment. BRB, guys. And we'll continue this campaign for another hour or so. Oh, I'm back. Let's end the turn and continue. No, Sparto's gone up in stats. Hello. Let's do that then. That's fine, we'll leave it at that. Oh, let's continue on. Why was that lagging so much? Oh my god, sorry, I bumped that bloody thing there. We are getting like pretty late into the campaign. We could be in saved corruption territory, so Let's cross our fingers and hope that doesn't happen. I do tend to manually save as much as I can, because auto-resolves are and can be unstable sometimes. People are like, why do you save so much? Well, it's like, I'm so ingrained to playing unstable mods and early access stuff that it just like crashes all the goddamn time. Like, I remember, what was notorious for it? Like really, really early 1212 AD betas did it a bit. Maybe even Imperium Surrectum, to be fair. Also, me just playing back in the day, playing on just like shitty laptops. Oh, nice. My Rome Total War has 10 FPS. Wicked. Yeah, no. Kombucha. I'd highly recommend it over alcohol. Massalia declares war upon Carthage. Maybe they're going towards that. Faction arises Gore. Where's Gore? Owl Gore is now a faction. Where are they? We can't even see them.
Carthage welcomes you.
If I go trade, will I join your war against Massalia? No. There must be some bug. That's so bizarre that the Maritime Empire doesn't want to trade. That is shit. That's fine. I'm trying to think if I should upgrade the hulls. No, it actually upgrades the ship health by quite a bit. Okay, you're moving to the border still. I do think it like gets rid of a lot of border gore not having, because that's some sub mod we're using. The borderless mod. So let's move you here. You're sitting there already, and we'll get you to move together as well. I think that's fine. Do I fortify? Why not? It actually, like, we straight up might just merge them and pay for it. Like, we don't... Yeah, and then it's like... get rid of you. Hang on, we'll disband you, and then we'll just get that. Yeah, it'll take, like, no time. Okay, you're sitting there, and then we've got this army coming as well. Cappadocian Lancers. Sick. Wait, we only could get one of the noble unit? I guess that's realistic and makes sense, but jeez. Only one. Do I try out these guys? The armor's pretty good. And the... Oh, maybe we get Cappadocian Lancers. These guys look nice. What's the archer unit we got here? Pontic Archers. Yeah, I guess we give them a shot. And then... we could even go with 6, and then we'll just try and go with whatever infantry we can grab. So we could draw in Bactria's war. Alright. They do have an army here somewhere. I just don't know where it is. Just go down there. Let's move up here. I reckon we're going to be able to take a decent chunk of territory from them. We will see. We actually had some relations with Bactria early. Like early on in the campaign. But they kind of tore up the treaties we had with them. The non-aggression pact comes to mind. Do you guys still go on Reddit? Now that they closed all the apps? I never used Apollo. A lot of people I know did. Lost their pets and whatnot. But yeah, no, I have never... I don't use Reddit at all. I'm trying to think the map, the app I used to use. I think it's Antenna, but I don't even... I think that still works. I don't get Reddit. I don't understand it. trade agreement dissolved with the Arverni. Really? Why is that? Did they lose a port that was trading with me? I don't see why we can't trade with them. Maybe they're getting blockaded in their capital or something. I don't know exactly. Okay. Back to sort of looking and trying to suss this out. Okay, so they do have a lot of territory further back here. I haven't delved too deep back here. Okay, so they got a full stack here. So what are they even operating with? Oh, come on. Though elite, wait, they're elite shield bearers. I was just looking at that icon. That icon does not look good. Iranian swordsman. That's kind of cool. Okay, so we've got these guys going in, ready to go. They're going north as well. So bringing the Caucasus under our control is vital. Still got a large military here. And we're building up these as well. I dare say it, we could nearly build up another army. Oh, we've got this. Let's get the gold mine here. Oh, I didn't even realize I broke those down. Was there other territory that might have griefed? No. We might be able to get some military units here. Our best recruitment zone's probably up here and then move him down. Yeah, let's get another army going. Because we're going to gobble up all this territory and then we're going to be able to afford more. Probably should marry off Olympia. She's 25, but I think it costs a bit to arrange these marriages. Do I have someone who's... I don't even know who I go for now. This family tree is insane. Oh, maybe it doesn't cost that much. Maybe I should make sure everyone's married off. Can you be married off? No. You should be. You can. My god. He's got grey hair and he's 32. I don't even know who... Oh, Lucon's king. How old is Lucon? 45. Dude's an absolute chad. His father died 43. It was a sack. We currently hold 76%. Alright, let's get another army here going. He looks old. Apollodorus. He looks alright. Yeah, maybe I should go by stats. Because some of these guys have pretty good cunning. Wait, what was that? 6 spouse gravitas per turn. Whoa, he has 7 what? 7 zeal. Oh my god. Quite often I usually just have to pick who I've got, but I've got a really nice selection of people. Let's get him then. If that's gonna give me 15 damage inflicted by commander's unit, that's really, really nice. Is there anything we can get initially? No, hang on. Maybe I'll speed things up and drop some of the recruitment here to spend it in the north. Yeah. Scythian horse archers. Alright, let's get some bodyguard going. Let's get some archers as well. Alright, am I ready to do this? Maybe. Matthews, thank you for the follow on Twitch, appreciate it. Or is it Matthias? Matthews? It's probably Matthias. Why did I say it like that? Don't worry, I'm dyslexic, guys, don't worry.
What do you wish of me?
I can't phonetically read things sometimes. I think we're ready to go. like my brain doesn't read it as Matthias, but I remember that Matthias is a name of a person. So I remember I remember the naming of someone called that, not actually reading it and processing it. Oh god. All right, I think we're ready for war. I don't think like attacking straight up is going to make a difference. So let's wait. Who are they? Oh, they've got a military alliance. Or maybe it's because they puppeted them or something. Hello, Bactria. I'll join your war against Parthia. Defensive. Huh, they're actually open for military. They probably have like no settlements. Matthias is a Brazilian and Portuguese very common name. Yeah. I think, is it Matthias? Is like a German name? Matthias. I think I'm saying it properly. My apologies. I eventually got to it. Hello. Skills Rome Total War 2. Finally can watch. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I started a bit later here today. Military access. I think just going for the military alliance will do. I think we're basically going to come and save Bactria by the look of it. So let's get that done. Now I'm curious to know where they are and what they got. Wait, surely that just went through and we should be able to see where they are. Or maybe next turn will open up. How is everyone doing this evening? Okay, well, let's start the attack in the north. Let's move you in. Oh, the garrison isn't insane. That's good. Move you here as well. Let's take this and bring the Caucasus under our control. We can probably... I don't even know who would have been up here. We can liberate someone. Alright, let's break that down. What is this? An ossuary. Is that how you say it? Yeah, the bones of the ancestors should be properly revered. Let's break that down. Okay, so... maybe that's a Persian tradition. Can we move down here and start a siege? No, we're so close though. That's unfortunate. Alright. Oh, we can actually attack that. The capital. Oh, just out of range, but you're not. I kind of want to hit this. Oh. Well, we'll take that. That's a really small garrison for their capital. I feel like the garrisons... the Persian garrisons were way better. I don't know why these ones are so weak necessarily. Oh my god, it's got a tier 5 industrial building. Crikey. Okay, so now that I've moved that there, the weaker army, that's a little bit risky. But look at this. We've got a really big chunk of territory. Man, I'm so happy we got that alliance with Macedon. Far out. I think we kind of really lucked out because of it. Didn't really expect to be going after Persia in this series, being this far south in particular, but it's working. And more units are eventually coming on the way. So we've got 2 armies, like literally recruiting. We've still got 2 armies just here. They are costing like resources, but I can't imagine if we moved these guys down here to help, the Germans are going to attack us. I can just see it happening. I think pushing up here is like whatever. Like you're going to take 200 a turn settlements. At least these settlements here in Dacia are like quite valuable. Let's upgrade these.
Commander.
What was I even going with? Irrigation plus wealth and agriculture stuff. Our research rate is 300%. I finally found the number where it was.
We hunger for battle.
It's actually huge. Let's continue on. Are there more smaller factions around now? Like, what's the go with that? Okay. I'm curious to see how they react, if any. Whoa, we got a lot of money. It's because of breaking down that territory. Silver mine. Nice. Okay, we'll allow you to go down here. Whoa, okay.
None will escape.
We'll move you down here to help just.
At your command. Waiting for more orders.
An allied province, no. We don't want that. We're already building an aqueduct here, so let's get that going. Alright, now move in.
To victory.
Oh, actually, I should check the Bactrian territory, shouldn't I?
Ready for orders.
Surely we should be able to see what they have. Or maybe they don't have any territory. Like, that could be it. Is that true? Yeah, why can't...
May Hermes bless us both.
I
It is
don't
a
even know who that
terrible
is.
thing to spread war across the world, but I beg you, attack these wretches.
Can we
These
see it?
terms are not generous.
Oh,
No
here we go. Yeah,
talk
we
is
can see it.
overlong. Your wits have
Barely.
obviously been
Oh, so Bactria have been pushed to poorer. They own these small spice port there. Are they at war with Parthia as well? They are too. So I think that's why they're getting pushed. The Armenians hate us. I had no ambition to push them down there. Or maybe they're just dealing with them down there then. I think Parthia is massive actually. Yeah, two separate factions. Parthia and Persia. So let's go down here. There's an army here. Where did that army go? Because we are zooming. Oh, here's an army. There it is. There it is. Okay, so it's a little bit baity. I caught line of sight of it. I think we've really pushed down our empire maintenance, which is brilliant. Okay, what do I do with you? I can't... I guess I make plans to move there. You need to start heading down here as well. You need to start moving. You should be able to gain momentum on the way. Oh, we've managed to see an army here. We'll go over here to help. What's the movement range on that? So they got two armies here. I think that's their general though. Darius, is that you?
Ready for battle.
Maybe.
For orders.
I want to move this a little bit further down.
Ready for further orders.
Thracian warriors.
Soldiering. It's a good life.
Bit weird that we can get them there, but alright.
For orders. I'm ready to serve.
Okay, sweet. We might have a battle here then. So we're going deep into this. Look at this. All under Chimera's control. Yeah, having this as the huge northern forest, which you can't get attacked from, is great. Like this, I guess, like, it'd be the same if you're in Britain as well. Corner of the maps are super overpowered. I feel like in Rome, you just, like, if you play as Rome, you just feel so vulnerable from, like, 360 degrees. Brutus, the tank, thank you for the follow on Twitch. Appreciate it. Et tu, Brute? Et tu, Brute? Alright. Let's see what these armies do. Doesn't seem like a traditional Persian army, but turn to continue. Who was that? It was obviously it's what he said, but it's whatever. Romeo and Juliet or whatever. But what's his name? He's from Community. That's what I'm referencing. Et tu, Brute? He's the rapper. What's his name? Is it Donald Glover? No, not Donald. He's the rapper. Okay, just for the Et tu, Brute, you can have the prime. I appreciate it, Brutus the Tank. Thank you very, very much for the prime sub. Thank you so much. That was actually really, really generous of you. Thank you. Et tu, Brute? Oh, God. What's his name? He's a rapper as well, but he's got a different rapper name. I'm blanking on this guy. I'm not a big fan of Community. Oh, we've just been attacked here by the Persians. 2 of them. His name is... It is Donald Glover. Yeah. But what's his rap name? Childish Gambino. That's what it is. But yeah, you guys can do that as well. I don't know how Prime works exactly. I think you get 1 free Prime sub a month, I think. Which is really, really good. I do, honestly, I wish, I don't know why YouTube haven't done this, but if you pay for YouTube Premium, the 10, 20 bucks a month or whatever it is, you should be able to gift memberships to people on YouTube. I think you should get a certain amount. I 100% would back that. Okay, so this is actually a massive battle. So I'll just click the order resolve just to have a look. Just want to see the numbers here will tell me exactly. So we have 6,177. They have 7,635. So this is a 14,000 man battle, and we're not favored to win. Why? We have gold chevrons. Oh my god, that's going to be tough. If we lose those, and this army's not much better. So what do they have? So we have a really weakened... We don't have cavalry, basically. Do they have heaps? They got 2. They have scorpions. I think we fight this one. But Lucon's here as well. This could be... And Lucon the Second's here as well. Alright, let's chuck a save. And let's fight this one upon the battlefield. The Battle of Ganzak, 240 BC. A massive 14,000 man battle. Here we go. We potentially could lose the king and the heir. Oh, here we go. I'm nervous. I'm excited. I'm keen to get stuck in. So, oh no, they're deploying all the way over there. Oh, far out. Oh, Oh no. That's a big yikes. What do we say on Twitch? That's a not poggers moment. Oh god. I guess we leave 2 back here because they're gonna cavalry envelop. So I don't know. We need to meet up over there. So go with something like this. We might just need to move out of this formation. If they tend to hightail it over here, maybe I just go with phalanx there. Actually, if they're operating on the ends here, there we go. That'll do. Pixel Lover Drive. Thanks for the follow on Twitch. Appreciate it. Okay, so let's set something like that. I probably should check on skirmish mode. And we'll move them here. I think something like that is probably the play. We'll see how we go. They could be deploying from a weird angle. If they deploy behind me, I'm going to go nuts. Yeah, these guys just need to go to this corner. Just like get up here. Like they... oh, okay, they're deploying there though. Alright, I think we move. You know what? We'll charge, right? But if we can... actually, can I just like chuck that there? Oh no, it's gonna do its weird thing. Can I get some units to like... I go that way more. If I can get... I'll ungroup it. If I can just sort of like perpetually like screen like that, that's what you kind of want to do. We just need to meet up. Okay, so they're actually letting me go. Like, go to the corner, and then like you don't want to like run on an angle that. Oh, that's not too bad to be honest. If the thing is, I'm gonna sacrifice some of our fatigue and energy because if we can meet up, this is gonna be sick. This might like if we can hoplite wall this entire backside here, we might be able to win the battle. Oh, they're advancing pretty quick though. Okay, we're gonna have to like do something like that. And oh god. You guys are gonna have to try like if we can get to something like that, that's what's gonna have to happen. These guys have met up here though. There's just nearly too many units to manage. Why? Oh, you're not a unit there properly. This is kind of whack. I'm gonna try and get it to work. We are converging on this weird V axis. What are these? Get the general further back here. Get the cavalry like there. Okay, it is somewhat working. Oh, you're in a formation. Whoops. Okay, they're all still committing though. There we go, it's kind of working there. Try and go like that. Okay, so that's coming in. What is this? Medium melee, hit that then. This seems to be way more secure here. So, we're holding for now. I'm going to get in this entire axis to go into a phalanx. And if I can get those guys like somewhat here, this would be nice. I need to group up my cavalry because we've got to be cycle charging. And you go something like that. Because there's cavalry trying to flank. Alright, we somewhat got it. A little bit unorthodox. Oh, nice. Look at this. Okay, and then what I do is I'm going to get some of... Wait, you should just straight up draw your swords and then get into this. While everyone else, like I said, try and get to that axis. I think we've done it. They're still pretty far away. They are trying to flank hard here, but we're in a decent formation now, I think. There's a small gap there that you should really try and plug. And we might even try and move my cavalry over here to help. Okay, so I think we've got it. I think we're good. Once these guys are secure here, we'll envelop the flank further because they're going to massively hit this side. I can already foresee it. But we're engaging the first Persian host. And we've got a slight high ground advantage. Dude, these guys are just absolutely raining fire and death upon them. Look at this.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
I'm going to give the charge order. Oh no, my general's here. You need to be out of that group. And you're here as well. Okay, so they are hitting me from behind here, but we're going to be able to get our own cavalry over there, so that's fine. What's this? Battle rhythm. Sure, let's do that.
By your command.
We're still trying to get there if we can. I think we're just sort of pinned down a bit. Try and move something like that. That'll do. You could even technically move that a bit. So we've got this like weird V shape up here. This is look like trench lines. They're all like zigzagging. I guess it worked. Nice. That seemed to have... Oh no, charge again. Yeah, if we can just slowly start chipping away. We do have skirmisher supremacy. I'm trying to think if I should just do something like that, to be honest. I still want you to plug these gaps if we can. These guys should be in a formation. What did I click then? I actually clicked reform, I think. And then you can go here. Nice, this is so much better. I might even now, just for visual sake for me, just try and make that a bit better. Nice. So that, move you here. Cool, so that's the front line. Why aren't these guys grouped into it? Oh, because they're here. When you're fighting with 40 units, it can be so hard. Right, you need to start hitting these archers, because that's probably the thing that's going to crush us. Try and reform that. Our general's not getting sniped here. You can be probably further up there. That's can go up here. So that's that. That's pretty good. I'm really happy with that. Make sure everyone's in a phalanx. Put the baggage train where? Probably further up. Yeah, try and crush some of these lighter units. And just hold. Go like that. Skirmishers. Maybe try and come into the center slightly more. It might protect you. And then we'll keep you rather dynamic. Nice. They are attacking me at the end of the day, so we can sit here pretty. Let's go with an Inspire down both ends. And hold. Probably could reform this slightly. But once again, ethnic Greek hoplites. We're technically a hybrid faction. We're fighting on the fields of Persia again. For Greek domination back in Persia. Or Hellenic domination, I guess. Okay, we've stabilized this. I think... Oh, hang on. I need to check my cavalry. I'm not paying attention. What are my cavalry doing? Oh, we should go for this unit there. Oh, they're getting hit. I forgot. They have ballista. We should definitely neutralize that. Because they're going to shred us. Oh! They're already hitting us. I don't know if we should charge them front on, though. Oh, this is so cool. The Persians have brought up some brutal pieces of warfare. We're not getting flanked over there. If anything, they're routing. I just hope we don't rout before we go in. Come on. There's ballista. We're going to get a good shot here. Oh! No! They're actually shredding a lot of them. But here comes the charge. The Persians bringing up all manner of engineering cruelty. Neutralize them. They're firing on their own units there. Okay, so reform that. Archer's still doing incredibly well. My generals aren't getting sniped. We're in the radius. Make sure that gets... Make sure these guys just get stumped. Oh no, they took him off his horse. They shouldn't be too high quality units. They're only engineers at the end of the day. Look at this. These light units. Our archers are doing so well. Alright, move here. That's fine. What's this happening here? Medium units. The enemy general is dead. Perfect. Let's go for the second tier of equipment. They are like doing a decent number on my cavalry. They might even take them out as well. My cavalry is absolutely brutally smashed. Oh my god. That's so cool. That's probably one of my favorite shots I've seen in DEI. Sending my cavalry over there. Okay, so now we're at an interesting stage where we're kind of out of ammunition. 60%. We're still favored to win this battle, but it's still not done and dusted. Our hoplites are holding. They did expend a little bit of energy, but we should be able to chip away at them. They keep on relentlessly charging uphill, the Persians. What a battle this is. Okay, so they are getting some skirmisher fire on us, which can be concerning. And there seems to be a gap here, so maybe plug that. We're not at the stage yet where we need to move units away from the front line. Dude, we could even just move up the skirmishers if we need to. Let's go with another Inspire down the ranks. I'm definitely in the radius. Maybe you could be a little bit further up. I haven't been checking my cavalry, but I think they're just going to be crushed. There's 4 left, and there's 5 engineers. Who's going to win it out? Oh! My cavalry's just done. Because what was that? Why did a spear unit have ammunition? Oh. Wait, they buckled there. Okay. They're not targeting... what do they got back here? My generals.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
I'm just trying to think now. Do we try and flank with our archers? Maybe keep these guys in reserve, maybe.
Companion cavalry. Archers.
Because we've got a lot of units here that can pretty much draw their short swords and probably go around. Like if you run this way, you probably could do alright. Because there's only a very few units that aren't actually doing anything. Just a shame we don't have any cavalry to deploy. Still 60% favoured to win this one. Brutal fight. But if we can be successful here today, we should be able to push into Persia quite effectively. Thank God we've got those reinforcements coming. Whoa! These guys are battling it out. They're duking it out. Who's going to win? Oh, kick to the shield. Is it the Persian? Out of these two chaps here. Or will it be the Bosphorus? No, they're changing targets now. Anyway, these guys are moving. How are we going on time? 15 minutes there. Not too bad. Alright, swing here. Yeah, why aren't these units... Yeah, like fire into that cluster. Yeah, maybe we try and put some pressure on these guys here. Maybe you flood through this gap. Maybe try and... Well, they're fine. We haven't got too many units just to sort of rearrange. I think these guys can flank though. If we can get them around here, we might be able to hit them from behind there. We'll see how we go. But speaking of Brutus before, I love how Brutus in HBO Rome is Ed Muatully. Whatever that actor's name is, I can't remember. He's great. I really, really do like him. We're gonna capitulate here, but we've got a unit here that might be able to like fill that gap. Man, I love HBO Rome. Man. Right, let's try and flank here, get around, and then we'll try and get a nice charge. Alright, that'll do. They're even routing there anyway. Let's just try and work it.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Oh, okay, getting a little bit pushed here. Let's go with another Inspire. That worked well. And then we'll get the rest of the hoplites here to go out and then join this group that's the flanking. But man, R.I.P. Big R.I.P. to Titus Pullo. Ray Stevenson. Is it Stevenson? No, it's Ray Steven. No, it is Stevenson. I can't remember. I was gutted when I saw that. I was like, oh, I don't usually
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
feel just deflated when actors die, but that one got me. He was so good, man. Maybe when Snape. He was a good actor as well. I can't think of his real name either. I only know their character names. Music and actors' names just fall out the side of my head. Same with like band names, lyrics of songs. It's got so much stuff in my head. It's full. The hard drive's full. I'm terrible with that. I sing like song lyrics all the time. Now I just do it deliberately. And it's just funnier. And people are like, that's not the song. What was someone was singing Pina Colada. I was like, yeah, I need a chocolata. I was like, that's not the lyric.
This is a shameful.
It's funny just to fuck with people. And then you start singing a song and say the lyrics slightly, and then they're like, wait, that's not right. People get so annoyed with it. Oh, it's so funny.
Our men flee the field
Alright,
of battle.
we're capitulating here for some reason, but this seems to be working. This encirclement. We're going to lose probably a lot of decent units here. In the sense of like... unit level and rank valuement. Does it matter? Probably not. Like, you're meant to use your units. Like, if we lose a couple tier 9 Scythian archers, like, so be it. Well, this is what you're meant to use them for. Battles. There's no point of keeping them in reserves. Okay. Yeah, we are just losing here, but we're winning here. What's in reserve that's not activated? Because we kind of need it, everyone. These guys. So maybe go through this then. Yeah. Get them to break out of their formation and go.
Our men flee the
We need to work this. Is this a general here? Maybe. He still seems to be holding on. Yeah, this left side has pretty much capitulated. Well, hopefully, once these two full stacks are now crushed, we should be able to march into the rest of the Persian territory unopposed. Because I think there was one army that was hovering around this general area quite a bit. And I think that other army that we saw pop up is, like, surprisingly pop up. Is it? Nice, we're working this now.
Our men flee the field of battle.
And it's just this side. We're winning on this flank. SimCity, do you ever play as the boy or the nervy eye? I don't really have an interest in playing barbarian factions. I don't know why. I think there's been a pretty good... I think it was up until like last year. Just the barbarian factions weren't really effective. Or I think maybe it just applies. I just don't know why. I'm not into the barbs. For whatever reason. I'm trying to think of the last barbarian campaign. I think I played as Brennus in Rise of the Republic. That was fun. Maybe I need to look into it more. But I don't know. I just building a barbarian empire. I don't know. Maybe I kind of like playing more Hellenic, Rome, and other factions. Having an alternative sort of civilization build. Oh, I guess you could do that with the barbarians. I don't know. I might need to have a look. To be fair, I have played as the Swaby before, but I played that on an Arminius mod. That was a lot of fun. Like, it kind of makes sense if you're playing as a grand character like that. What is the goals? Actually, no, I did play as the goals on DEI. I forgot about that. Man, I play so many campaigns, I forget that I've played them. They're still viewable all on YouTube, of course, but sometimes it's a long time between updates. Jeez, these bloody Persians are making us fight to the absolute bitter. This has been like a 20-minute battle. How are they still holding? Like how?
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
Alright, they're gone now. Oh my. Nice. Love playing defensive battles on the open field. Far out. Oh, there's oh, they're super far back though. Oh, we might send a unit there. And maybe 2 over there as well. Oh my. We're going to have victory, but it's going to be costly. But I think we've got reinforcements closer to the Persian front than they do. We've got those 2 full stacks nearby. Generals, where are you? You probably can be further up. Like about there. And, oh my god, it's just like... Those bodies are just like imprinted on the land. Oh my god, look at that. Crazy scenes. Yeah, I don't know. The boy have such a funny name. The boy. I guess you'd play it for a meme. Playing as the boys. I don't know. Maybe I'm a little bit ignorant to antiquity barbarian culture. I don't know. I do think the Nervii are kind of cool though. Aren't they the build? Like, I don't know specifically. Oh, nice. We'll just run them down. That part. Aren't the Nervii like eventually? Do they eventually become like modern day Belgium as a state? I actually don't know, because obviously like the modern day French have a connection to the Gauls to some extent. It's like, yeah. Can you trace Belgian roots to the Nervii? I think you can. I could be wrong. So that might be cool. Building an early Belgian state or something. And making it like really militaristic. Have you ever noticed that? Like some of the most peaceful and like left sort of countries make some of the most like crazy weapons. Like the Swedes make those crazy subs. They make that thing called the bloody Carl Gustav. Belgium makes a fuck ton of weapons now. It's like, oh yeah, Sweden, nice peaceful country. They make they don't, what do they? They make heaps of like anti-tank stuff. Some of the most violent weapons known to man. I think most of the best subs are made out of Sweden. Is the Grepen fighter aircraft? Is that's Swedish, I think. Costly victory. All right. I think it's worth it though. 3,400. It was a Pyrrhic victory in the end. I knew they did kind of hold on a bit. So we lost about half of what the enemy deployed, but they outnumbered us by 1,600. Wow, oh, is that a record? 394 with those hoplites? Maybe that's a good amount. 358 archer kills, dude. Those Scythian archers are incredible. So good. Yeah, I guess their cavalry did really well. Oh no, those guys. They're slingers, 98, 94. Yeah, whew. That was a good one. But Lucon the Chad has won out by the look of it. Dude, James Purefoy as Mark Antony is great. Oh, I didn't realize. Oh, I didn't realize that. I'm just like looking up the IMDb. Octavia in HBO Rome actually plays like the young Octavia. She's in Better Call Saul. I didn't even notice that. She might even be in Breaking Bad as well. The newsreader guy's great. I do quite like the actor that plays Cicero. I think he plays Cicero great. I just think the casting is brilliant. I also do have a lot of nostalgia for it because my university history teacher loved it so much. He used to put it on half the time. Oh, great. Is that what we're paying for? But it was mostly looking at the graffiti and stuff. And some of like Caesar's Triumph is like incredibly historically accurate. Same with some of the Roman graffiti. There's a lot of criticisms to that show, but the age jump of Gaius Octavian was a bit weird. If you haven't seen HBO Rome and you like Game of Thrones and love Romans, you should watch it, 100%. It's slow. There's only a couple seasons. Not that long. A lot of good actors. The budget's weird. It does that HBO thing where like, prepare for battle. Oh, and it hard cuts. Did the battle over. We can't afford the battle. Oh, fuck me. Alright. So, 4 units of cavalry. Yeah, I kind of cared about those guys. You telling me 4 units only got done? Oh my god. Alright, let's get rid of them. Nice, what a result. Very nice. And those reinforcements are only a little bit away. Man, we had 2 good battles here today. Like 2 very, very good ones. Sweet. Just waiting for everything to load. It's just taking so long. Alright, let's chuck a save. And let's have a look. So, where did they go exactly?
I am eager to serve.
I can't see.
I am a shadow.
If I move further up, can we see? Okay, there's one there. There's no way they're going to be in an ambush position. I'm just trying to think if we go and risk going for the settlement, or do we wait for these reinforcements to come up? It's going to take a little bit, but Because although we took it, we are pretty depleted. And then like pushing, like driving for that last there. I guess we could just kind of have a look. Okay, so it's there, but it will draw out the garrison. Can I besiege that? No, I've already... I can have a look. Because we don't have to commit. So if I was to attack, we're not favored to win. That's fair enough. Well, let's maybe move back to my territory. I don't think we need to emergency hit the mercenary button. We'll just get in some Persian levies. That'll do. And we're waiting for those guys to come south. Shame we can't use the navy. That's just annoying. Let's get those going. How far south before you're in this other territory? So you can get to here. We'll optimize the movement and we'll try and get more of these guys in. I want more Scythian archers because those guys are really good. Nice. Has anything changed diplomatically? No, we could potentially move. Oh, we could bring Macedon. I need to start watching the campaign from the beginning because I don't watch. That's fair enough. It's all on YouTube, and you can watch the parts early on Twitch. They're up there, so take your time. There's always I always playlist everything as well on the channel, so I'm pretty good about that. If I'm uploading something, there's always playlists sorted, so you can even just go through the playlist of stuff. Also, when you guys suggest campaigns as well, you can just search CMC/the campaign, because I've done so many campaigns. I have more than likely done a campaign you want to see. It might not be on the latest updated version of the mod, but I still think a lot of those older campaigns still hold up. I think it was 2018, 2019 when I played 12.8. I played that for like a year, man. In early access. That was so good. Did you play as Bactria? I think I've done a I don't know. Sometimes I think. What was that? I was on. Sometimes I do this weird thing where it's like, I do one-off campaign videos just to sort of test how they go. If I'm not feeling a full series, but I kind of want to do a shorter video. I've done a Bactria series, but it's a one campaign in one video. So I think it's pretty edited down, but it's like a 12-hour, maybe a bit longer, 16-hour campaign run through. But it's not. It's modded on my vanilla sub mod that I made. Oh, Parthia's attacked me. Interesting. We'll deal with this in a moment. I want to finish the question. So you can watch that. It's not bad. It's just a one-off video. Just type in Simcy Bactria. But I haven't done a DEI campaign. I am open to it though. Yeah, it's weird. Sometimes one video campaigns in one, like, I think like around YouTube, doing one video in one campaign is pretty popular. For example, one-off Paradox Hoi 4 campaigns are pretty good. But then for some like I don't know why, but my Let's Play content has always done better than my one-off videos, which is like bizarre. Compared to like when you think about it, like not many people do Let's Plays anymore. I don't mind doing the occasional one-off video just to try it. But those 1100 AD videos did pretty well. The Jerusalem one was really, really fun. That's one of my favorite videos I've done within the last 6 months. That was a pretty heavily edited campaign. And that was when I couldn't really record too much. It took me like a week to record a video. I was like, well, then if I'm doing that, I probably have already highly edited it. I've already watched it. Nice. Okay, so we're going to bring in Bactria, Athens, Macedon and Knossos, and then they're going to bring in them though. Oh, that's annoying. We might have to get some units up here. Well, I guess they heard about... No, they're not joining. Nice. They must have heard about the absolutely crushing and totaling of 7,000 Persians on the open field. They got crushed. They got decimated. Obliterated. Incinerated. I don't know what I'm saying. The who? What ended their non-aggression pact? Some random Gaulish tribe in the middle of fuck off nowhere? Yeah, right. I played like 6 factions on the Grand Campaign. Nice. And finished 6. Yeah, no, I tend... Well, like... I'm trying to think. I don't know. You could probably average it out. So let's just have a quick look. So what's this? 1/4, maybe? So that's another there. I'm just like rough doing it. So there's another chunk here, maybe a chunk there, then it's all that and the fighting. Like, to do a full map completion, it'd probably take you 3 months of streaming roughly around 2 hours a day. It must do. Because we've only done this. I am recording and talking to chat and stuff, and I'm articulating what I'm doing. If you're playing in your own time, you don't need to articulate out loud every single move you do. But on the DLCs, I played like 13. Yeah, the DLCs are pretty good. The DLC factions are nice. Alright, moving down here.
We hunger for battle. We hunger for battle.
That's another thing as well. I do try and take my time a bit. I'm trying not to make mistakes. I just feel like Rome 2 though. I feel like it's a game I perpetually come back to. I have so much fun with it.
Ready for orders.
Some people just hate this game.
Commander,
Modded, that is. Modded Rome 2 is great.
ready for orders. We hunger for battle.
Uh,
Ready for battle. Ready for orders.
pure vanilla after your first run can get kind of dry. It's more just too easy. But newcomers, I would highly recommend Rome 2.
We hunger for battle.
There was someone on the Total War subreddit, like, they were saying, oh my god, my mind is blown playing DEI. It's so good. I think I will start as Parthia, or the boy. Yeah, nice. Haven't done either. That's a good amount of archers. Yeah, I tend to not do cavalry or barbarian factions. I don't know, I think I just get bored.
How can I?
Okay, so
Cannot.
I don't know where that other army is. Maybe it's running.
As you command. Is there nothing else?
Okay. Is this enough to take that settlement? We're getting some pretty good replenishment there. We might actually be able to do it.
At your command.
Let's have a look.
Besieging the settlement. Let
And if I bring you in, can we take it?
dogs. For the gods.
It's close. Maybe we split up some siege equipment.
The settlement.
How long did you have the game for? This game? I've probably played 1,000 hours or so. But, not the best at Rome 2 or DEI. I kind of know how it works. I don't know the ins and outs. I've got 2 aqueducts here. That's a prime example. We had a broken down building somewhere. Where's this? Oh, here. Let's get wood there. The thing is, if I was to only play Rome 2, I think I had it for 7-8 years. Yeah, I've had it since release. To be honest, I didn't have all those crazy game-breaking bugs. I don't know why when the game first came out. I actually thought people were like straight up lying with the amount of bugs and stuff they had. Like, I don't know how old I was. How old was I when Rome 2 came out? It must have been 16? 17 maybe? It was pretty early days on the YouTube channel. You could probably go watch those campaigns. I guess they're up. They're probably up on another channel. But yeah, no, Rome 2 basically got fixed with the Emperor Edition update. Like, they just fixed it. And that came out 2018, I think. Rome came out in 2004. Yeah, vanilla Rome. I'm talking about Rome 2. I was 8 when the original Rome came out. I didn't get it straight away. I must have been 9 or so. I remember playing like the first I think I've talked about this. The first game I've ever played. I was like the first video game, and I don't even remember. Where's this? Oh, it's a rebellion. That's annoying. I don't even remember it because it's a photo, and it's a photo of me and my dad. I was sitting on his lap. We were playing Total Annihilation on the PC because we got a PC, and it's funny because Total Annihilation is an RTS strategy game. I don't think he knew how to play it. But it was the only thing that like just came with the PC back in the day, like the old Windows. And those guys, this is the precursor before Age of Empires came out. And there's like a video of me, or not a video. There's like photos of me just like playing with a strategy game. So I was like, fuck, like playing strategy games. Like, was it Destiny? Who knows? Like I was hooked on it from the start. Played a lot of Spyro as a kid. Had a PlayStation.
How may I serve you?
Not when it came out. It would have been years after.
I am yours to command.
Like the second-hand shop. But yeah, played a lot of Age of Empires. Played a lot of the Lord of the Rings game back in the day. That RTS game. What was it called? I can't even remember. And then I remember going from playing like RTSs to Rome Total War, and that blew my mind. It blew my mind that like the roads would be on the battle map. It was like the campaign map and the battle map was separate. That was crazy. Yeah, so that settlement just straight up fell to a rebellion. That's so annoying that happened.
I am yours.
No, they are replenishing quite well actually.
How can I assist?
How much did we chip away at them? Okay, so it's about balanced.
Do not try.
Alright, they're not interested in peace. I was curious if they
You
were.
have my attention. Now,
What about Parthava?
do not wander.
No. What's up here? We got trade with them. I didn't really sign an non-aggression pact. Do I think I'm going to get attacked up here? Maybe not. No, they do have a full stack here. Alright. We have to be slightly careful as we advance. Alright, we can take the settlement now. And we'll sit here and occupy.
Ready for battle,
Um,
Commander.
I'm trying to think if I should just merge.
Ready for orders.
Well, this needs to go back here. Do we sit on the river? What's this? Okay, Mesopotamia came up. It's not that big of a deal. We have more reinforcements constantly being recruited on the way. It would only be if we get attacked. Oh, they have Susa, Gore, and they have a territory here. So maybe just have a look in here. We're pushing deep into Persian territory.
At your command.
I think I sit on the back of the settlement here.
At once.
That's probably the safest place. We need to convert these. We need money to convert that. Oh, is the Navy not in there?
Making for
Oh. Okay, that's a bit weird. It technically wasn't. Whatever. I want to see how these Royal Guard perform, to be honest, on the open field. In battle. Alright. Let's continue on. Oh, I misclicked there. Oh. We might be able to take another settlement, we'll see. I'm getting tired, it's midnight here now. Coming up on... Oh, we're over 2 hours now. Yikes. But I remember back in the day, I remember being such a noob playing like, I remember being 8 or 9 playing Rome Total War and I just couldn't figure out public order. Like I couldn't figure out how to fix it. I think there was like a time where I didn't play the Barbarian Invasion DLC because I didn't like I didn't understand that like a huge part of that campaign was losing settlements and like there was slightly different religions. Wait, who's this? But that's like nostalgia. It's so fun. Like thinking back to that. Spartos the Fifth has now come of age. Alright, so where's he? Oh, he's here. I guess we get you to adopt him. Nice. We're dominating the nobility, 75%. Okay, so what's happening here? So, oh, we're actually not in range from there? What? Why and how?
We hunger for
Are
battle.
they in range? No.
Battle. At your command.
I guess we get this army to hit it. We've got some bad rebellions popping up. We might just need a hold there. Oh, there's some units there.
Make haste, men. Ready for battle.
No, that's fine.
March.
Okay, let's go with that. Let's get this going properly. Ah, damn. Okay. All stuff to keep an eye on here. Yeah, I always remember playing as the Scipii more than the Red Romans. To be fair, I think the Julii was the first faction I probably played, but my first successful campaign. Oh, they do want trade. Nice! What took them so long? Did we have to get something like wood or something? Is that what we didn't have? Is that all they did? We needed to give them wood. What about Carthage? No. What about these guys?
Do not attempt.
No. I haven't looked at our trade. Yeah, look at that. 6,000. We're producing gold, timber. We're producing a hell of a lot. Okay, let's do a save. It's midnight here in Australia. Probably should go to bed. We've been streaming for over 2 hours now. And we've had 2 really successful battles. And I think going further at the moment. I'm just going to stuff things up. Need to replenish and repair. We need to take this. Isn't too bad. More reinforcements are coming in as well. And technically Macedon can probably help us out against Parthia if it gets bad. I'm curious to see how much of this Bactrian territory. If they've got all this, we've probably committed to a pretty big war. But if we could get all of this under our control, like having the entire east and northeast region locked down, that's pretty good from starting here in the Crimea. Would have liked more territory in Anatolia, but unfortunately Macedon is there. But we have a really good... Ooh. It was at 200. Why has it gone down? Oh, they're actually not happy against... Oh, they weren't happy about some of those military actions. Interesting. Hopefully that doesn't sour. That could be awkward. But anyway, stay tuned for, I don't know what, I think it's part 8. Yeah, I've lost count. Coming out tomorrow. We're going to try and replenish and repair here. So hopefully we can get to a point where these have been replenished. We've taken that and we're going to fight more of this Persian and Parthian alliance. I'm still keeping a watchful eye on Rome and the Germans up here. But they've been quite passive and docile. Oh, they moved into here. The Iceni. Looks like the Lusitania are quite big, and Rome has expanded eastward as well. So it seems like they're struggling in Gaul. I don't know what this lightning push is. Oh, they took Saguntum. Did they? Oh, that's big if they did that. Hang on. No, Saguntum's over here. They took this, though. They took Segestia, though. And, Singadum. Oh, maybe it is Saguntum. I can't remember. I thought... No, what's the one over here? Is, Saguntum? Oh, I can't remember. Anyway, they've pushed here into Pannonia. Oh, wow. So the Romans border us there. Okay, that's complicating things. Yeah, they seem to be more successful in this territory. Interesting. 27. There are always so many people. Okay. Anyway, stay tuned for more of this campaign. Playing as Lucan, the king. Dude is an absolute Chad. But yeah, like and subscribe if you haven't already on YouTube. Would really appreciate it if you want to see more of this campaign. Victory conditions wise, we're halfway there. Whoa! We're living on a prayer. We still need to take Syria, Latium, Pontus, and Galatia before we hit the military conditions. Yeah, maybe we just need to save up and pay off Macedon, because they've probably got... what do they got? They're going to be close. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Maybe not. Maybe we need more. Once we grab all this, might be a bit better. What's the political situation? Okay, so if there was to be a civil war, Dacia would secede as its own state. Same with Sarmatia. We control a lot of this. The Caucasus as well. It's kind of cool. I do quite like looking at the political parties and their split if when civil war was to break out. But anyway, thank you very much for watching once again. I live stream every single day over on my Twitch channel, Simpsy_. You can check it out in the description. You can find it. Just type in Simpsy on Twitch. And I stream roughly between 7 to... I actually started at 10 o'clock here today. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Pump in Tasmania time. Tasmanian time is the same as Melbourne time, so that's pretty much it. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Just want to say a huge thank you to everyone in chat. Thank you everyone who joined here today. Thanks Skills Rome Total War 2. Really appreciate the generous Prime sub. Brutus et tu Brute. Brutus the Tank. Thank you very much. Who else do we have in chat here today? Rise the Fox, appreciate it, and Matthias as well. Thank you guys so much. Alright, gonna wrap things up here. Stay tuned for more videos on the channel and more streams as well. You can watch the videos early on my Twitch channel. There's usually a couple episodes early on the Twitch compared to the YouTube. But anyway, thanks guys. I've got to go. Take care. Much love. Simpsy out.